Let's face it, we've all had exams, we've all given exams. And how many times did we enjoy taking exams? Not many times, right? Because the fact is, we don't have a proper schedule, and because of it, everything comes to the last minute. And there's a popular saying for it, right? Like, most of us are used to this term called one day batting, because that's the overnight study you do just before the exam, and it's completely useless. Maybe it's helpful for you to actually do the exam on that day, but it's not at all an effective method. So instead, why not take this? So why don't we understand what is a better way to study for exams? So what is the most effective way to study for exams? That's exactly what we're going to discuss for today. And it's not just for exams, any topic. This principle, whatever I'm going to talk about today, is going to be helpful in every aspect. So without any further ado, let's get into the topic. Hello everyone, this is Kapil Reddy, founder and CEO of Superly. Today, as I told, the topic we're going to discuss about is how to effectively study for exams. And not just exams, for any other topic. Anything you want to learn, let's do it more effectively. And there is a name for this method. It's called retrospective revision timetable method. I'll just briefly explain how exactly to do it. But again, if you think it's a little overwhelming, towards the end of the video, I have an easier way to do it using Superly. So that's the bonus part. And this is probably the first time we're revealing a little bit of sneak peek into what exactly it is to work with Superly for a use case like exam. Yeah, first let us discuss about what exactly do we mean by retrospective revision timetable. I think the name itself suggests, right? It's all about revision. The reason why we have to revise certain topics is because it can help you to learn or retain information for a longer time, and so that you don't have to repeat or do the same old work of not studying effectively. That's the whole idea why we have to revise. The whole idea is it's not like everything that you learn is something which is useful to you, but there are certain bits and pieces which you want to retain for a longer time. That's when revision actually helps. So now coming to this method, I'll just briefly explain what to do. Just imagine you have your exam coming up. You have like 5 subjects. So what you got to do is just take a spreadsheet. So in spreadsheet, just have different columns, and each column just write down what are the different subjects. Let's say there are 5 subjects. Just write down 5 subjects, and then in one column just have dates. For example, if it's physics, for example, when was the first time you studied about it, and mark a date for it. And after your first study, are you comfortable or are you confident about the subject? And just color code it. Like for example, red can be you're very weak, yellow can be you're okayish, green can be you're super good. So like that, it's completely up to you which colors you want to choose. Color code it. So let's say for example, today is 20th and today is the first time you picked up physics. So just write down that date, and after you have studied, just color code it. Likewise, do it for a set of cycles for each subject. Let's say next week, again 25th, I've again gotten back to physics, and this time I've improvised. So maybe mark it, like just have the date on it, and then add the right color code to it. In this way, first you'll have a comprehensive idea of which subjects are actually there for your exams and what is your proficiency in those exams. So because of it, you can actually plan your schedule and try to give the exams in a much more effective way. Because my point is, if you have a holistic picture, then you're clear about what your weak areas are and where you need to spend more time. That's the biggest advantage of a method like this. So try to simplify it using a spreadsheet or whichever tool is comfortable for you. The whole idea is for you to have a holistic picture. This is briefly what retrospective revision timetable method is. So the whole idea is, if you see, you're just reading it once, but you're not leaving it there. You're repeating the cycle. So you're revising the subject until you get to a certain level of mastery, depending on your personal requirement and your personal desires. So in this way, because you're getting used to a schedule and you're clear about what exactly are you going to study and where exactly you need to spend more time, quite helpful for you to actually do it this way. It's all about getting used to a new system, right? And this is exactly what this can help you with. And in this way, because of repeatedly learning something or revising topics which actually matter to you, you eventually develop a deeper sense of knowledge, and your understanding of a subject can be much more deeper. And that is the biggest advantage. And this is how we can be super sure that we are quite effective in the way we are learning certain things. So this is about the method, but now let's understand how to do it more effectively. Yeah, that's a method, you do it. But unless you do it in a structured way, unless you do it in a certain pattern, you cannot see the real benefits. And that's what we're going to discuss in this section. So as I told, let us understand how to effectively do this. That's human tendency for us to actually gravitate towards subjects we already know or we already love very much. For example, let's say somebody likes physics. So you're already a pro at it because you already liked it and you've learned, you've mastered it. But since we want to feel good about ourselves, we usually pick up the subject which is quite easy for us. But that's the first thing you have to avoid. So always pick the subjects which you don't know very well. And this way, you can actually cover up the entire subject in a more effortless way. So my point is, let's say you don't like biology and you see that you've done 3 revisions, yet you are still marked it as red. So that is one subject you need to first tackle. So why don't you pick that topic and try to finish it and master it. So in this way, first you are doing things which you are very uncomfortable with. So the fact that even after 3 revisions you're not able to do pretty well in biology, that explains that you're not interested, but it's still important for you for your exams. So to avoid that, first tackle that subject. Again, it's not like you have to study the entire day only that subject, because that's again where you will hit a mental block. You won't feel like, oh, I'm just not liking it, I'm not reading it, I don't enjoy studying this. So instead of that, just mix and match with it. So let's say there are 2 subjects you really like or you've already mastered to a great extent. Try to pick those subjects, but first try to start with biology. And after a point, if you feel like you're getting worked up now, you're getting bored, that's when switch to these other subjects. Because you already know these subjects, you feel much good about it. In this way, you're trying to balance out your brain and helping the brain to actually process the information that it probably doesn't like as well. So this is exactly how you got to tackle this situation to actually complete all the subjects that are scheduled for your exams. So that is a simple technique. So try using it, and once you see the results, you won't go back to any other method. But now we have something very interesting, as I told in the beginning. Like, there is a much more easier way to do it using Zooperly. In fact, the entire idea of Zooperly is to help you retain information that matters to you for a much longer time. So we have everything automated for us, be it your learning schedules, revision schedules. Now I hope you understand how easy and effortless it is to actually do this within Zooperly. So without any further ado, please sign up for the VIP list and get to experience the product yourself before most of the world does. We've already opened it to our beta users, and the response has been phenomenally good, and that got us really excited as well. And day in and day out, we've been pushing number of changes, and the overall experience will be much smoother in the coming days. But it still solves the problem which you're facing today. So without any further ado, just sign up today. And most importantly, please spread the word in your network. I'm pretty sure your friends will like you for this. Take my word on it. So try putting an effort here. As I told, my point is, you're anyway putting an effort to do well in your exams. Why not do it effectively? So that you don't have to repeat or waste all your time and energy in doing something which is not worthwhile. That's the whole idea of this method. And do let us know in your comments what you think of this. And definitely please do like, subscribe and share, because these are some simple and effective techniques which we are picking up every week, but there is not much awareness around these things, and we need to spread that awareness. So please help us do that and be part of it. So thank you so much. That's it for this week. So have a great weekend and a great week ahead. I'll see you next time with one more exciting topic. Bye-bye.